Welcome everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be beginning our Let's Play of the Heart of Winter expansion for Icewind Dale. I've imported all of our characters from the last game, they are ready to go.
Time. Within its swirling mists lies the knowledge of all things, past and future, endings and beginnings. It is all here, hidden from view, waiting to be revealed to those who have eyes to see. Far to the north, beyond the wind-swept peaks of the spine of the world, beyond the realms of men who call themselves civilized, dwell a people whose way of life is built upon the gift of sight. Among the tribes of the Uthgard, the visions of a shaman serve to guide his people through the fog of an uncertain future. So it was with Yoldair, elder and shaman to the tribe of the Bear. For it was his visions that foretold the return of a slain king, awakened from the halls of death by a spirit consumed by vengeance. His vision carried him across the tundra to a place where men built their homes beneath an ancient oak with branches that stretched skywards to embrace the clouds. It is here that his vision showed him the faces of the strangers that would journey far across a sea of ice and snow. To the frozen north, these heroes would come, drawn into a twisted maze of shared destinies that would lead us all into the cold and terrible heart of winter.
I see, okay.
By Tempers, the vision speaks true. You are the heroes from my dreams.
Do I know you?
Our paths have not crossed until this day. I am Yoldair, son to Refric, elder and shaman to the tribe of the Bear.
What about Yoldir? What is this business about dreams and visions?
The vision is why I have come to this place. Tempers has guided me to you.
For what purpose?
This I cannot say. I know only that the storm of war darkens the skies of my homeland. My people are gathering in numbers greater than any have seen for generations.
That doesn't sound good for us.
A king, both new and old, has risen to lead the tribes against the 10 towns. Already, the first snows of winter bear the dark stains of spilt blood.
Speak plainly, man. What do you want from us?
You must come to Engoro, to the great mead hall where the tribes have gathered. You alone can forestall the war between our peoples.
That doesn't sound true at all. Why would they ever listen to me? Very well, we shall accompany you.
Though we journey towards the same destination, our paths are not one. My place is at the side of my king. Already I have been gone too long.
Okay.
From here, you must go alone. The people of this town will know the way to the camp of my people. Travel swiftly and safely. We shall meet again when you stand before the council in the great mead hall.
Why would they listen to me, though? That's what I'm wondering. Alright, so we have our group back. Everyone's alive, including our one fighter that turned into paste by the end boss. Help, somebody, please get help. With what? Help me. My brother and I were playing and he fell down the well. I think he's hurt. Calm yourself, girl. What's your name? My name is Haley Dunn. I dared my brother to climb down the well, and he did, but he slipped, and I heard him fall. Please help him. I have no rope. I'll see if I can get help at once. My father has some rope. He can get my brother out. Well, where is he? North side of town, in the eastern corner, next to the woods. Please, hurry. I'm off. I'll help your brother. It has these little things. Oh, it's a trading post. Let's go see if they have any cool items. Do we still have all of our inventory? We do. We're poor as hell. Kind of. We have like 15,000 gold, which you would think is quite a bit, but isn't. Didn't we have like 100,000 gold earlier? What happened to that? Who are you? Oh. What do you want? If you're looking for a ride, tough luck. We're not going anywhere for a while. Who are you? I'm Raleigh Galloway, caravan master for Galloway Trading Coaster. Me and my men are stuck here because those idiot savages are out on Bremen's Run. What exactly is a trading center? It's a collection of businessmen who band together for mutual support. Unlike trading houses, costers don't usually have to do much with family, just making money. What do you know about Lonelywood and the barbarian threat? I already said everything I know. The barbarians are out on Bremen's Run, and they're not going anywhere. You want to find out more? Go ask the hairy bastards yourself. It's just a few miles east of here. Isn't there another way out? This time of the year is what we Icewind Dale locals like to call winter. Look out on the lake. You get past the burial isle and the whole damn thing is frozen. Any other route is directly over rough land. No trails. Well, farewell then. Not my fault. Carl. Who are you? My name is Carl Ryder. I work for the Galloway Trading Coaster. We're stuck here till this whole barbarian business blows over. Well, okay then. Good luck with that. I really wanted to just buy things, but since none of you apparently want to do business, I will take my business elsewhere. Random house. Let's find out what's inside. I don't remember this expansion at all. In fact, I don't even know if I've ever played it. I might have.
Understood.
Emmerich Hawk. Well met, strangers. What can I do for you? Who are you? My name is Emmerich Hawk, and who might you be? I am Eltimar. Tell me, Emmerich, what is it you do for a living? That's a weird question. I'm a bower by bower. We'll call him a bower by trade. I craft bows for trade with a few caravans that pass through on their way up to Lonelywood. It's not much, but it's an honest living. Besides, it allows me the freedom to pursue my true calling, and that is, I am what you might call the caretaker of these woods. I keep an eye on the local hunters and loggers to make sure they do not take more than the forest is willing to offer. So you're a guardian, basically. Guardian? Perhaps once I might have been worthy of such a role, before I lost the favor of the Forest Father, but now that he has taken his blessing from me, I am just another man that lives in the shadow of the forest. What happened? Ever since the three brothers arrived in town, trapping in the forest has been out of control. Despite my best efforts, I've been unable to stop them. Now the Forest Father is punishing me for my failure. What makes you say that? 3 days ago, while walking in the woods, I encountered a great white wolf. Such beasts are very rare, and are considered by some to be the sacred protectors of the forest. In an instant, the wolf was upon me. I searched desperately for a way to escape, but the beast was relentless in its fury. Before I could react, it pounced on me, sinking its fangs deep into the exposed flesh just above my collar. And then what happened? The weight of the massive wolf had me pinned to the ground, but somehow I managed to wriggle my left arm free enough to slip the dagger from my boot. Just as the beast's powerful jaws began to tighten around my neck, I buried the dagger in its belly. Did she kill it? No, but the cut was deep enough to save my life. The wounded beast ceased its attack and bounded away into the forest, leaving me barely conscious in a pool of my own blood. I should have died that day. I know that now. The wolf was the manifestation of the Forest Father's vengeance. The fact that I survived has only served to anger him further. That is why he punishes me by denying his blessings. Okay, well, we gotta go. Maybe, just maybe, the wolf was hungry. Opted for a meal that he thought was, relatively easy.
Got it.
Ooh, Gemaliah, do you sell things? Yeah, what do you want? Who are you? I am Gemaliah Smithson. I work for the coster, the trading coster. Well, you're not selling things, so you guys are really bad, you're very, very bad traders. Like, if I was a trader and I was stuck in a town and someone came up to me that was geared to the teeth, I'd be like, hey, I have swords and stuff. Do you want to take a look? Maybe you can find a new sword for yourself. Maybe some sort of magical artifact or something. But no. No one wants to sell me anything. Purvis, you look like a rogue. You needs a hole? That phrasing? I beg your pardon? I digs hole from you? I digs good and deep so there's no stink. Maybe another time. Right now we got some questions. Questions? I knows nothing. Just dig holes. You needs a hole? Have you received any sharp blows to the head recently? Huh? Never mind.
I'm on it.
He digs latrines for people, apparently. Guess someone has to do it. And if you can make money doing it, why not? We don't really need a hole dug, though. Adventurers don't poop. Everyone knows that.
I'll handle it.
Tybalt, who are you? Hold on, be with you a moment. Just need to set this last piece here. What are you doing? Trying to set this hoop to the barrel before the metal cools, but the damn thing's stubborn. Ah, there it goes. Now the name's Dunn. Tybalt Dunn. Haven't seen you around here before. What do you want? Dunn? Thank the gods I found you. Your son's fallen in the well and needs your help. That's so. Well, no, stranger, I'd be worried if I had a son. I fear you met my daughter. Too much of an imp spirit for her own good. She was lying? She's been telling that brother in the well tale to damn near every visitor to Lonelywood for the past few months. By the gods, that girl's been bringing out the furies in me since she was born. I see, her tale had me worried. That damn girl, she was supposed to be home hours ago to help with these casks. You see her again, you tell her to come home, or it'll be the birch stick for her. Why do you let your daughter run around telling tales? Let her? She's more willful than her mother. I barely have time to make ends meet, much less keep them both in line. But enough about my family. If there's nothing else you need, I have work to do. I may need of supplies. What is this place? It's my shop. I'm a cooper. I make barrels. Why? You with one of the caravans? Because if you are, then you've no business with me till you traded words and gold with Baldomir. He's the one to speak to, not I. What's a Baldomir? I know it's not who's a Baldomir. Haven't heard of Baldomir. You are new here. Baldomir is Lonelywood's council representative. So, as a council representative, Baldomir has taken it upon himself to represent all the tradesmen of Lonelywood in dealings with the caravans, a profitable position. I see no reason as to why Baldomir should have taken such a role. Reason? There's no reason to it. He loves gold as much as any man. He saw an opportunity and took it. Could you get out from his influence and strike out on your own? That would only serve to ruin me. The few contracts Baldomir tosses my way is all that keeps my family fed and a roof over our heads. The moment I raise my voice against Baldomir's generosity, he will see to it that I never have another caravan contract again. Surely he wouldn't just cast you out. There must be room for bargaining. No. Baldomir prefers to settle matters quickly and quietly. He finds bargaining tiring, and in truth he's poor at it. But don't take my word, the other representatives of the 10 towns know it as well. What do you mean? When the towns heard of troubles with the barbarians, they sent their own speaker to deal with the tribes, rather than chance of war to Baldomir's diplomatic skills. A speaker from the 10 towns, when was this? Not long before your arrival, he was a tall man, a southerner like yourself, wearing fine clothes and a patch over one eye. So he's a pirate. He stayed with Baldomir for a few nights, then left. At first I thought he was a merchant, but he spoke to none other than the tradesmen in town, including myself. I must take my leave. Yes. Let's go talk to that girl again. That little brat sent us on a wild goose chase for nothing. Juice is so good. Alright, kid. Did you find father? Yeah, he told me you had no brother, Haley, and that you best hurry home. I won't go. Let him make his stupid barrels all day, because I won't do it. I hate it, and I hate him. I think a young girl could find more amusement in playing pitch pebble or old man's crutch than telling tales to strangers. Those games are for babies and sizes, no one here to play with, except Purvis, and he gets mad when you pitch pebbles at him. There's no other children in town? There's just me. Father is always in the shop making his stupid barrels, and Mother's always drinking at the inn. There's nothing to do in this stupid town. So what do you do all day? Surely you do not wander this town alone. Sometimes in the forest too, but not much. Mostly just in town. By the well sometimes, or Purvis's shack, or I climb up the tree by the inn. There's a really good view up there. A good view of what? People in town, and of inside the inn, and things. Things I can't tell you about. Secrets. Secrets like what? Secrets. If I told you they wouldn't be secrets. If you tell me, I'll give you a shiny gold piece. Let me see it first. Then I'll tell you. Maybe. Here you are. 1 gold, 1 secret. Well, you can't tell anybody, but you know that old bag of bones, Kieran? The one that bought the inn? No, but go ahead. Do you know why he bought the inn? I bet you don't. No, why? Because it has a magic mirror. Uh-huh, it's true. I saw him step right through it. Well, I mean, he opens it first, but it's like he's walking through it. The mirror's a door. Perhaps I'll ask Kieran about it. Just don't tell him I told you or else he'll put me in the mirror. You say you have a good view of people in town. Like who? Purvis, run. Mostly because I wait for him to come out of his shack so I can hit him with briar cones. Sometimes he sits in his shack cross-legged for hours, all still like a rock, and I have to throw stones at his door for a long time to get him up. Anything else? Well, those three mean, half-head brothers, I used to see them going and setting traps in the woods, even though Emmerich told them not to. They're gonna get in big trouble when Emmerich finds out. Thank you, Haley. That was some goodish information. Better than some of your other information, which is that you don't have a brother. Fell in the well. Kind of a jerk thing to say. I was a little bit mildly concerned that there was a kid drowning in well water. This building is unknown. Let's go in.
All right.
Let's look at this estate. Nice place. Hello? Anybody home? I'll take your stuff for free, why not? Wait, I saw somebody. There we go, Arden Thurlow. I beg your pardon, but I do not recall giving you leave to enter my home. I suggest you leave here at once or I shall be forced to call down my husband to deal with you. Actually, I've come to speak with Baldomir. Is he your husband? Unfortunately, yes. I'll never forgive my father for marrying me to such a churlish lout. If you could only see the deplorable conditions I've been forced to endure as the wife of this second-rate businessman. You don't sound like you're very happy here. Very perceptive of you. I'm the hapless victim of an arranged marriage. I never imagined my life would turn out this way, all alone in this wooden shack married to a buffoon like Baldomir. I take it you don't get very many guests. Hardly. Only the occasional boorish tradesman that shuffles in to beg my husband for business. Although we did have one guest stay with us several nights ago. Queer fellow, that one. We heard he was a representative from the 10 Towns Council, was he not? I couldn't say. I hardly spoke more than 2 words to him. Baldomir ushered him into his private study the moment he arrived. The two of them were up all night talking, and then he was off the next morning. What did he look like? He was a southern gentleman, I believe. He was rather tall and fairly handsome. I remember he wore a patch over one eye, like a pirate. Yes, it didn't suit him at all. Made him somewhat roguish. What sort of business is your husband in? He is a cartwright by trade. He made his fortune by supplying caravan wagons to the costers in the region. Judging by the size of your home, I'd say wagon making must be a lucrative business in these parts. He doesn't build wagons any longer, now that he's been elected to serve as Lonelywood's representative to the Council of the 10 Towns. Such menial labor is beneath his station. Where is he? Where he always is, upstairs in his study, scribbling in his ridiculous ledgers. Thanks. I took some of your potions, by the way.
All right.
I'm guessing he's in here. Why, hello there. I heard there were strangers in town. Welcome. Baldomir Thurlow at your service. What sort of business brings you to Lonelywood? We're here to prevent a war between the barbarian tribes and the 10 Towns. I see. Well, it's certainly reassuring to have a brave bunch of adventurers such as yourself in town. If those hairy brutes do decide to attack Lonelywood, we'll need every sword we can get to aid in the defense. We learned the barbarians have a camp nearby. Do you know where it is? Camp, you say? I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. Perhaps you could tell us more, anyways. I can tell you the situation is grim. The barbarians have raised an army and are marching against the 10 Towns. Our town is cut off from aid, and we can expect no reinforcements in the near future. Well, that's really it. Wait, hang on. Got some questions? We heard about the one-eyed stranger that stayed as your guest recently. Is it true he was a delegate sent by the 10 Towns? Well, yes. As a matter of fact, he was. He stopped here in Lonelywood on his way to the barbarian camp. As the town representative, I thought it was my duty to aid in his mission by providing food and lodging. Food. I thought you said the town was cut off from aid. How did he manage to get through to Lonelywood? That's a good question. To be honest, I haven't the slightest clue how he made it through. He arrived alone, though. Perhaps he managed to slip past the barbarians undetected. Perhaps? You said he was on his way to the barbarian camp. You told us you didn't know anything about a camp. Of course I knew about it, if my memory serves. You specifically asked if I knew the location of the camp. I do not. The delegate did not share that information with me. I think you're an idiot. I hope the town burns to the ground and they kill you first.
Agreed.
I don't actually want that, because that would be a really quick game then. And we're leaving. We're running out of places to go, though. There's really only the inn
Agreed.
/ tavern. Let's go see about a magic mirror. I like magic. And I like mirrors, to some extent. Guys going in, or there we go. Alright, there's several people here that have names.
Got it.
What do you be on, stranger? Can't you see I be in the cups? Who are you? I be your old tunnel fist of Clown Battlehammer. And who do I have the pleasure of being pestered by? So Clan Battlehammer are the dwarves of Icewind Dale and the 10 towns. However, they end up leaving this area shortly after these events, I believe. They travel to Mithril Hall under their king Brunor Battlehammer, and they set up there after killing a dragon, so that's what happens. I be your old tunnel fist of Clan Battlehammer. Yeah, right. I'm Eltimar. Rolled, it's a pleasure to meet you. Ah, a pleasure it is to meet new friends. Now speak your mind, what do you be wanting? You look you seen battle recently. Aye. Was about a week hence. Know ye of the barbarian camp east of here? Yes, I've heard that the barbarians have gathered nearby. Well, me and my fellows were sent by the clans to scout the camp. Damn savages. Spotted us and set upon us like a pack of dogs. We were backed against a wall. A bluff. With nowhere to run. We knew we were trapped, so we had at 'em. If we were to die, we weren't going to die alone. All me fellows fell to those savages' blades. I knew me time had come, and I steadied myself for their blows. Suddenly, like this deep voice booms out, and they step back. A giant man comes forward and glares at me. Must have been 7 feet tall, and he was wearing the markings of a king. Carried a double-bladed axe bigger than myself. What happened? He raises his axe, swings at me. Almost had me too. He was so fast with the blade. I barely raised my shield in time to block the blow. Last thing I remember was me shield shattering and me falling from the bluff. I woke up in a pile of broken branches in the trees below. They must have broken me fall. Bandaged myself up, limped into the town, been here ever since. Anything else you can tell me about them? Not a fellow. Not a thing. Me and my fellows never made it to the camp proper. Plenty of guards and alert as well. What are you gonna do next? As soon as I be fit to travel, I'll report back to the clan. Be up to the clan elders what course to take next. Until then, I'll be mourning the loss of me fellows. Well, that's sad. Alright, Amber, done. Huh? Well, are you a sight for tired eyes? A new face in Lonelywood, and such a handsome one, too. What's your name? I'm Eltimar. Who are you? Amber, done. Just Amber will do. How did you get here? Are you here with one of the caravans? Are you Haley's mother? Haley, that thrice damned girl, can't a day go by without that brat getting herself in trouble. Entirely too much of her idiot father in her. Thrice damned? Haley is your daughter, isn't she? Not mine. I may have birthed her, but I'll have nothing to do with her or that idiot father. By the hell, how do you even get started talking about this? How long have you been drinking? Not long. I was just nursing this till you came in the door. Would you care for some? There's more stored in one of the upper rooms. We should not sleep with her. Not at the moment. I wanted to speak with you about the barbarian threat. What? Threat? Ah, there's no threat. The worst that could happen in the north is the Northmen would burn this wretched little town to the ground. Best thing that could happen to the place if you ask me. You would be pleased if this town, your home, was burned to the ground? Pleased? Nay, blessed. For then there'd be nothing trapping any of us here. Indeed, if the barbarians attacked, they would butcher everyone in this town, including your family. My family? We are already dead. Another death will not matter. Now enough of this talk of barbarians in this damn town. If you won't have a drink, then leave me to mine. Well, let's quick save. We're just gonna see what happens. How long you been drinking? I think I'll take a sample of the wine. That could be arranged, stranger, provided when you leave Lonelywood I travel with you. Are you willing to get away from your family in this town so much you would give your body to a stranger? I would sleep with a garrison if it meant warmer climates and escape from this frigid hell. Your weakness sickens me. If you would escape, then you should have the strength to do so. If not, you deserve your fate. You don't know what it's like. You have an honest husband that does honest work, a beautiful daughter, and a home far removed from the mass cities of the south, and you claim to suffer? You talk nonsense. My husband makes coppers, barely enough to save from month to month, and my daughter is wilder than the barbarians. So your husband makes enough to save, and your daughter has the strength of a barbarian. How can you spit on such blessings? Go to your family. They need you, and you need them. It's too late for such things. Too much damage has been done. Your place is with your family. It's not too late. Find your strength and go to them. I will try. That's all I ask. Bye, Amber. There. We solved that little problem without, you know, doing bad things to her. And we're going to call it a video there. We're at 25 minutes. So, in the next one, we will continue talking to the rest of the people in the town, and we'll figure out where we're going to go. So, like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.